No, I did. We're back. There.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I've been chit-chatting away. Oh, I think we got a filter in there.
Get out of there.
We don't need the filter. But we're back. Back to the show. I think we pitched... yeah, there we go. Chicken gummies yesterday, baby. Chicken gummies. So just in case that was a good idea.
Chicken Willy gummies.
Not chicken flavored gummies.
Chicken Willy gummies.
In the shape. Or a kick-ass chicken logo on the tin.
Cherry.
And a kick-ass... Oh, no, all the flavors.
Cherry.
Huckleberry and...
Red.
What's that one, boy? What's that one?
Marionberry, huckleberry.
Oh, there's lots of flavors.
Lots of berries.
Yeah. That was yesterday. Now we're just enjoying some of the show right now. So, come on, let's go.
And some grape.
Yeah, no. It's very... We're just putting ourselves about 3 rows deep out front and sitting there. Come on, join us.
Dropped out of school. My teachers were assholes. One of my teachers wanted to be a country singer. He told me I was white trash. I threw a bottle at him one time in class. Devin Presley, if you're out here, you was in class with me. So was Caleb King and a bunch of other people. He said, what, you raised by white trash or something, bro? I said, fuck you, motherfucker. And you lost to my neighbor at the C&T, what was that? The little showdown thing? My neighbor won. Shout out Dwayne Spall.
Nice.
This is so crazy being here, guys. I don't even know what to think. You know, I just hope, as the guy that y'all came and seen, man, I hope I'm always everything that y'all hope I am. I hope I'm everything you guys want me to be, if that makes sense. You feel me? That's all I want.
Yo,
man.
wait, no, I got, because that's a tough-ass statement. And
It is.
And cool for him, because we talk about it on the channel all the time. I mean, I ain't a super fan. I'm not. I'd admit it. I like his music. Just out of all the rap that says shit that I like to hear, I just like, I've said it enough.
Yeah.
But being he huge, right, with influence wise, not the music, as a YouTuber, as back and forth with his channels, his social media shit. That's a huge fucking responsibility. Yeah. So to be able to say that and stand there, and I heard, and I've been watching that Mr. Peterson thing, right? And he explained something that I really resonated with about, if you're not willing to lay it out there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, then what are you hiding from everyone? Are you ever being honest with anyone? Now, I'm not saying your deepest, darkest secrets got to be everybody got to share in it, okay? But if you can't be brutally honest with yourself, who you are, owning your faults, your other shits, your shortcomings. If you grew up liking some shit and everyone says you shouldn't like it because the media says you're not to, then maybe you shouldn't listen. I don't agree with throwing a bottle at a teacher, but if he's talking shit and you got to stand up for yourself, I can't disagree with that either, you know what I mean? But you should be honest about it instead of pretend. That's what I saw. If we learned anything, it's all the people that go and chase clout off them, but then got to sell them out.
Yeah.
Because the same demonic entities they want to sign with or get real money from have to stay distant from this because a little too fucking real for the mainstream party.
Oh, and leeches are everywhere. Everywhere.
We hate leeches.
They're embedded within the good of society, and they will take
They're
advantage
good for fishing
of anybody who allows them to be a bloodsucker.
Yeah. What she said.
And look, man, kids out there, and even adults, bro, I just want to give y'all a piece of advice, and I swear, coming from somebody whose family was hard workers our whole life, work for what you get, fucking giving people. I remember Chicken Willy, bro. Chicken Willy would give motherfuckers cars, trucks, bro. He would do everything. He would give you anything he had to show off his back. And I just want you guys to know this. Listen, man. I was painting houses, making regular money, you know. At one point, I was living in a little shack thing on fucking, ooh, a bra, damn, that's a pretty one.
Typical.
They're still inside. It's just like the Dimash show. You get them girls in the front row, and you can see them. The Dimash, marry me.
They wanted to
They
do
know
it. They
different.
Didn't. Yeah.
How many want to be Miss Up? Well, he got himself a good girl now, so I don't even want to speak on that topic. I think he's got that figured out.
Yep.
And I have said over and over and over that he very rarely works that side of thing in his music, which I respect.
I know.
Ain't nothing wrong with liking tits.
Yeah, I know.
It just don't have to be in every song.
Right.
Yep, all you ladies got asses.
Yep.
I don't always have to notice it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, here they come.
You might want this one back. Hey, man, some of these are expensive. I go inside bra stores, bro. That's Victoria's Secret. That's like, $59.
$59.
When it's not on sale, you can have it back. I'll keep it there in case.
$25
I love you too, man.
per...
But all you kids out there, man, I want y'all to know something, bro. From somebody who's went from nothing to something that can wake up and have whatever he wants in the morning thanks to you guys, I want to let y'all know that once you have all that stuff, you realize that that's not what makes you happy in life. And I said this the other night. Everyone knows why I bought that Lambo. I don't like Lambos, fam. I like Mustang GTs, okay? All right? I like Fox bodies. I like 91 Rally Sports. I like IROC Zs, you know? And the first time I ever got approached to have a record deal, I knew that I wasn't gonna do it. The day before, I was in the woods, high as shit, taking shrooms. I was metal detecting. If you know what poison sumac is, I actually had that all over me. And poison sumac's worse than poison ivy. You scratch that shit and it's like maple syrup and it just fucking spreads all over your body, right? So I had a meeting with a big-ass record label downtown. Thank you, fam. And I walked in there all bandaged up, looking like shit. And I sat down, and the guy was like, let me show you something. He took me downstairs. He showed me all these Ferraris and shit. And he was like, if you end up running with us, you'll be able to buy one of these one day. I was like, this fucking guy. I left the next day. I called my mom. I said, hey, get somebody follow me to the fucking store over here in Franklin where they sell like BMWs and shit. I've never bought nothing like that before in my life. You feel me? I'm a Facebook marketplace kind of person. And hey, ladies,
Just on a side note, if you're looking for, do you have that, baby? Am I saying? If you're looking for something like that, you can check out Reaction Talking Ad. She's got some fake marketplace. If you're looking for purses or Pokemon cards, Magic cards, or others, I just posted a couple of my decks. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So when your husband's on the toilet for an hour, he only pooped for 10.
Do they get to drink for that? I don't think you get to drink for any of that. I'm just soliciting for her. I'm not asking for nothing for me. That's not no free drink or nothing.
Yeah, but
just
most
in case
of my stuff isn't on Marketplace anyway. It's like a sample of the bigger store.
Where's that?
eBay.
Oh, well,
But I just thought it's cool because
Well, not that it's super important, but you could take a half a shot. I'll put a link down below to my honey's shit just in case you want to check it out.
And hey, ladies, just so you know, when your husband's on the toilet for an hour, he only pooped for 10 minutes. He's on Facebook Marketplace. Right? He's looking up other shit.
Twitter,
but once you have something like that, I was like, this thing is not important at all. This makes me nothing. What does this Lamborghini do for me? It does not shit. And I took it to Corbin, and I had everybody write on it. And the reason I did that is because what's on the Lamborghini, which is everybody's name at that show, is more important than the image of having the Lamborghini. And I want you kids to know that, bro. All this money and shit, they try to get you to want all this shit. You want a good few select friends, you want to see your family, and you want to have good buddies around you, bro. You don't want all this other shit because it only brings you problems. And what's kept my life intact with all this crazy shit is the people that are in this crowd right now. And I just wanted to tell you that.
So, I saw him tell this story, so I know it's true. You can look it up. But he tells a story that he's going to the feed mill or something for something. General Supply, Fleet store. As some kid waiting to getting stuff to go to work. Like, lined up, getting his gear and going to go to work. And they paid for all the kids' stuff because basically the long and short of it is he was just proud to see a young man standing up, getting everything you need and going to do some work, some labor. and start making something of himself, I guess is what I took away from it. And that was cool. It was one of the first reasons I started watching his side shit. Because I'm like, oh, it ain't, you know, there'd never been a bikini-clad twerking video, but he's talking about buying some kids some work gear. And I like that.
Right.
And it spoke to my...
Yep.
And I talked about this shit all the time. Nice rabbit hole to go down is lottery winners.
Yeah.
Does it fix their life? And watch how few success stories you can find. It's a depressing. It's depressing, because you're not lying. Now the success. I mean, here's the truth: the moment he's having right there is worth more than the money, the energy with the people who love him.
Yep.
Because you can't buy that.
Nope.
The skill set and the shit that got him there, but that moment, you can't buy those moments. I think that's why people envy and look up too much to artists, because they don't realize the hard work it took to get there. And the reward is this. There's the reward.
Well, it's like he said, they convince you to covet all the things you think you want.
Yeah.
Until you get them, and they don't provide any happiness.
You know what the Lamborghini's good for? Picking up shallow, half-empty people to have meaningless, momentary relationships with, and then move on to the same exact archetype so you can piss your life away with spending material goods and never having a true connection to that person you love most.
Right. You can find a whole group of women that will flag you down in your Lambo waiting to be your next, gold digger.
No, it's true.
No, they do. They seek them out. They actually, they'll find out where the guys who lease the $100,000 cars, the club, they'll find out where those people go, the girls, the women, and then they, trust me, there's strategy behind a lot of gold digging.
When I was riding my bike, I made sure. I mean, I could have rode a Harley. The problem is there was all these connections to all that shit, and I just rode a nice, it was a nice looking Yamaha, but the problem was it didn't attract the people, and then the people that did attract, but it still would attract that certain. Well, I want to ride on your bike, and I'm like, I made sure I got the. And was it a single seater? It wasn't a single seater, but it was never available. I don't believe I gave but 2 rides in my entire life, because I realized that person who wanted to go for a ride coveted the bike more than, and I was like, that's, ew. I mean, I don't want that. I don't want you to, man, you think touching my car is not a way to my heart. So I think there's a lot of takeaway from this, right? It's not just about smoking weed and being controversial. There's some real shit within Upchurch's.
Oh yeah, no, he's just a working, just a normal working guy.
Nah, and you get a lot of chatter for the show.
This crowd right now.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it's.
No, because
I don't mind that, because you don't hear anybody screaming out song names. So I've been to a lot of shows.
Oh, they just
crowds are full of assholes. They're full of Alexes.
Yeah.
Okay, that are angry and grumpy and want what they want when they want it. You don't hear none of that in the background, so that's a pretty damn good sign too.
Well,
shit,
and he has a YouTube
babies.
channel. People watch Upchurch because he's funny and interesting, and he has a personality. So I mean, I've only watched I think literally 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And
you laughed.
Now, this next song was written, inspired by, I see a lot of kids these days getting on drugs and shit, man. When I was in school, it was whiskey, weed, and shrooms. That was it, bro. Now it's a bunch of crazy shit. And listen, drug dealers, I know some of y'all's in the crowd. I ain't hating. Do your thing, player. It's all good. But, man, be a good drug dealer, bro. Just only sell to adults, bro. Don't sell to kids. Okay? If a kid approaches you, bro, tell him fuck no. If you a ballin'-ass drug dealer, go find some adults to sell the shit to. You feel me? Don't sell to kids.
Well, there's an almost morally sound libertarian position.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't disagree with that. I would just put the caveat, stop slinging that fucking fentanyl. If you don't know what you're selling to someone, there's the thing. I mean, we started out this up. There's lines being drawn in the sand everywhere. So I side with the back of the bus in the lounge, right? I'm not going to get on no high horse. You're not going to demonize anything to me. I have not smoked crack for fucking 18 years because I smoke weed. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Same reason I couldn't take a pile of money without my honey being around, because I can't. There's certain things I could never trust myself around. And now I am so terrified because let's say I relapse. I don't want none of that junk. Okay? I think about that shit for real in my heart. Like some asshole who just, wife leaves something bad happens, he scores some shit because he's gonna relapse. It's just gonna, the only thing that's gonna fix him, and that fucking kills him.
Right.
When I'm not justifying relapses, but I'm not saying you should fucking die.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, and they play with a very fine line putting this fentanyl crap in everything,
that's all
right?
I'm saying is
and you're doing it to increase profit, but these people who, most of them don't care about people.
That's it. That's all. So I mean, I would have to it's a little too libertarian because there's a lot of hardcore shit going on. So maybe really make sure you do no harm. And if you don't know, ignorance is not an excuse. What's that? You know, failure to understand something doesn't give you a moral pass. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, we better listen to a song.
Kids, and that's what this is about. It's called Alcoholic Shrink.
Alcoholic what?
I don't.
Alcoholic shroom?
That, God, I'm telling you. I mean, it's shroom beer?
That's what this is about. It's called Alcoholic Shrink.
Alcoholic shrimp.
That's
Okay. Stop. Break.
Pause 1 second.
Yeah, we're going to pause. My honey's got something in her eye. All right. We get it?
Yeah, sure.
Got it? Okay, good. We're going to go on.
There's a cave in the valley with a spirit inside. A spirit inside. And when you take a look his way, all you see is red eyes. You see his red eyes. He never emerges, just forever stares into the soul.
ain't gonna lie. He said it like 5, 8 times. I ain't heard it once. I still have no.
Stream. Pause.
And you should say nice things.
I should say nice things. I like that.
Alcoholic shrink. See? I wouldn't have, nope. See? That shrink as we're sitting here trying to talk. Ha. It's weird.
Isn't that interesting?
That's just kind of perfect, actually. Perfect.
The preacher preaches on Sunday, but what happens on Saturday? Yeah, Jesus drank while I smoke pot. Television makes you all great. Some ain't got both making me my own alcoholic trick.
Now I hear it.
God for making me my own alcoholic
This is way more rockin'
Yeah.
than I expected.
Yeah.
It's like a damn rock show, which I'm not disappointed.
No. Are you kidding?
Really?
He's
That guitar.
influenced by Elvis.
He's
and
influenced by all kinds. I know. I'm just
Alice
saying
in
me
Chains
personally.
and country.
Yeah, I'm not saying ain't full of country.
And that's the one where I did all them reactions when you were in Florida. I mean, I was like, what?
You
What
held
else?
down the fort.
Do you remember that? I was like, oh my God, is there anything he can't do? Pop, hip hop.
I'm
Can't stop?
saying.
And then they did a hip hop song.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's refreshing and awesome. That I mean, to get so many genres out of one dude. It's fucking cool.
That's right.
We're gonna go.
Man,
with-
I love doing the rock stuff.
Hey,
Man, y'all.
I thought that was kind of rocky. I mean, I'm glad he.
23 minutes.
glad he
so
go-
you're good.
Oh yeah, no, we're good here.
You're good.
We're going right here. We're done.
Thanks for hanging out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks, baby.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.